Today's episode is brought to you by Fretboard Biology, the comprehensive online guitar course put together by Joe Elliott. Now, Joe is not only a fantastic guitar player, he draws on his years of experience as the ex-head of guitar at the Guitar Institute of Technology and also at the McNally Smith Music College. Here's a few words from Joe about the course.
If you're tired of wading through hundreds of random guitar videos and just want to become a better player, Fretboard Biology is your answer. Fretboard Biology is a self-paced, college-level program that'll give you the right instruction, in the right amounts, and in the right order. You'll learn the same information I taught to thousands of other guitar players over 30 years of teaching in top music colleges. If you want to make real progress with your guitar playing, then sign up for a free 7-day trial at fretboardbiology.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Guitar Quiz Podcast. This is a short and punchy 20-question guitar quiz from the producers of the Guitar Speak podcast. Now, if you're hearing this, it's likely you're a subscriber to the Guitar Speak podcast, but the Guitar Quiz podcast will be a show in its own right, and you should be able to find it and subscribe or follow or whatever on any of the major podcast platforms. So if the Guitar Speak podcast is Deep Purple, the Guitar Quiz podcast is Rainbow. If the Guitar Speak podcast is the Brady Bunch, then the Guitar Quiz podcast is the Brady Brides. Terrible analogies. All right, let's just jump straight in. Question 1. What is a more formal name for a guitar pick? The answer is plectrum. Question 2. How many strings are there on a tenor guitar? T-E-N-O-R, tenor, guitar. There are 4 strings on a tenor guitar. Question 3. What is the name of the longest serving lead guitarist in the rock band Kiss? The answer is Tommy Thayer, who was in the band as a guitarist between the years of 2002 to 2024, was formerly involved in the band with production and session duties. Question 4. Who is the American engineer and musician who invented the locking tremolo system in the 1970s? The answer is Floyd Rose. Question 5. What is the nickname given to the Fender Stratocaster that Eric Clapton played for much of the 70s and early 80s? That guitar was nicknamed Blackie. Question 6. How many guitar players are in the current lineup of Iron Maiden? There are 3 guitarists in Iron Maiden. Since 1999, they've been a triple guitar lineup. Not uncommon these days, pretty revolutionary. Back in 99, the 3 guitarists are, of course, Dave Murray, Adrian Smith, and Yannick Gers. Question 7. Which revolutionary guitar pickup was designed by Seth Lover whilst working for Gibson in the 1950s? This pickup was the humbucker, also known as a twin or double coil, or those original designs became known as the PAF because there was a patent applied for, but most commonly known as the humbucker. Question 8. What is the name of the decorative inlay set around the sound hole of an acoustic guitar? That is the rosette. Question 9. Name the guitarist who toured with both Michael Jackson and Jeff Beck. That would be Jennifer Batten. Question 10. What name did Fender want to originally use for the Telecaster? The original name they wanted to use for the Telecaster was the Broadcaster. Question 11. Why couldn't Fender use this name? All right, so Gretsch already had a drum kit named the Broadcaster, spelt with a K. And in February 1951, which is 3 months after Fender launched their solid body guitar, they issued Fender with a cease and desist note. Fun fact, Fender now owns Gretsch. Double fun fact, there is a Gretsch Broadcaster in the current range. All right, question 12. What color is the legendary Boss DS1 distortion pedal? What color is it? The Boss DS1 is orange. Since 1978, still available. Question 13. Who played the guitar solo on the Olivia Newton-John hit song Physical? That would, of course, be session guitarist and member of Toto, Steve Lukather. In fact, I should say guitar solos, because there's 16 bars of magic in the middle and a fantastic outro solo as well. Okay, question 14, related to the earlier question. What is the name of the Toto album released in 1983 that included the hits Rosanna and Africa? That would be Toto 4. Toto 4. I bless those reins, I tell you. Question 15. The Beatles made their debut US television appearance on what TV show? That would be the Ed Sullivan Show. Question 16. Tina Weymouth was the bass player for which new wave band of the 1970s and 80s that has had a recent reunion of sorts? The band is Talking Heads. Question 17. AC/DC formed in Australia, but what is the birth country of founding members Angus and Malcolm Young? The Young brothers were born in Scotland, in the city of Glasgow to be more precise. Question 18. What is the name of the band that John Mayer plays in with ex-Grateful Dead guitarist Bob Weir? The band is Dead and Co. Question 19. Which American guitarist recently shredded with Usher at the 2024 NFL Super Bowl halftime show? The name of Usher's shredding guitarist is Her or H.E.R. Okay, we're going to have a short break and then come back with question 20, which will be a Who Am I? This episode is brought to you by Fretboard Biology, the comprehensive online guitar course put together by Joe Elliott, ex-head of guitar at the Guitar Institute of Technology and the McNally Smith College of Music. I was one of the beta testers for the course and can say as a music educator, I was really impressed by the logical sequence of learning. The course has also been endorsed by players such as Brett Garsed and Greg Koch. For more details, check out the links in our show notes. Alrighty, welcome back to the Guitar Quiz Podcast. Question 20. Who am I? I was born in the Netherlands in 1955. I started learning classical piano at the age of 6. My family emigrated to the United States in 1962. I became interested in rock music and started learning the drums, but quickly switched to guitar. I would later cite Eric Clapton as a major influence on my playing. In 1972, I started a band called Mammoth with my brother on drums. In 1974, the band was renamed after my surname. Gene Simmons from Kiss helped us cut some demos, and our debut album was released in 1978. This album featured the solo guitar cadenza called Eruption. My band would go on to sell multiple millions of records and featured 3 lead singers, David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, and Gary Cherone. I am, of course, Eddie Van Halen. All right, that's it. How did you go in the Guitar Quiz Podcast? Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a reminder, this show is produced by Guitar Speak Podcast. Please check out that show, but also the quiz has its own dedicated podcast channel, which you can find at most podcast distributors like Apple Music, Spotify, etc., etc. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you next time.